Hello. I think we're live. How's it going? I don't know if you can
How
hear
are
me.
you, Renee?
Good. You can
Everything
hear me. That's
okay?
great.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Super
Yeah.
late, but we're here. Hopefully, people didn't get frustrated waiting. We had an
Yes,
issue,
yes.
everyone, with the time zone issue that screwed up with the time of the post, and we had to move it. So anyway, it caused a little bit of a delay, but we're getting started. We actually have a kind of a little bit of a longer presentation today, but we're gonna get right through it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start right away. Just before doing that, I'm gonna show both of us on camera so we can say hello, and then I'm gonna go ahead and
Hello.
start. Let's see. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started because we are late and we got quite a bit to cover. So, complete workflow to launch your membership, part two. Yes, today is part two. If you missed last week's and you're looking to launch your membership, you might want to catch last week's replay. We're also working on editing for you so that it's a small clip and it's easier for you to digest. But for now, you can catch the replay from last week's, which was episode 160. But real quick, I'm going to cover the Dream Builders Blueprint for those of you who are um, a customer or been with us for a while, then you know what this is. It's just a quick little blueprint we put together to help, especially those who are fairly new online, and we don't want you to go out and copy what some guru has been online for 20 years has been doing, because more than likely it's not what you should be doing. But we recommend these 6 steps. I'm sorry, 5 steps. I'm sorry, building blocks. I miscounted there. When you're launching your dream online business, and it's dream, deliver, invite, nurture, and grow. So we're going to focus on deliver today, which is promising, committing to deliver results to an ideal client. And so with that, we are going to go through that workflow. And this is the workflow that we're going to teach you how to put together in detail, which starts with a post. If you let's see, hold on, come on, it's weird. Wow, they changed this since last week that I was presenting. So they wanted to get a little red pointer. So it all starts with a Facebook post, posting something, a link to a sales page for someone that may be interested in joining your membership. They have something to kind of peek at. And if they are interested, then they're going to see the gate or sales page. They're going to go ahead and sign up if they say, yes, I want to be part of this, and pay. And then they're going to see the main content. I'm going to cover that. And then we're going to encourage you guys to create a Facebook group to be part of this membership. And that's where a lot of the ongoing Facebook Lives and training can be hosted. So this is the workflow we're going to go through in a few weeks. Today we're going to focus on the first two parts of this, but the main components is a preview post. That's the ones generated when someone shares the link. And then the app gate content, which is your sales page or opt-in page. And main content and the group settings, we're going to leave that for the next few weeks. But today we're going to focus on the first two. So we got quite a bit to cover. So I'm gonna speed through this, but you could listen to it at your own pace. If you are watching and building at the same time, I would say, watch part of it, pause, get to work, uh, hit play again, and keep going. So again, we're gonna go through this workflow. The first part we're gonna cover is that newsfeed post and the app gate. So any images, titles, descriptions, we're going to go through that. Any copy you need for that sales page, media, and how to program the access settings. We are assuming that you're using 22 Social. However, a lot of what I'm going to cover really could be applied anywhere. But obviously, yes, we are a little biased. So we're going to assume that you're using that. So some of the stuff may be 20 Social specific, but most of it could really be applied anywhere. So the first part is preview posts. When you create a membership, anywhere you make it, you got to make sure that when you have a link to it, first thing you got to do, if you already have a membership, um, make sure you drop a link to it somewhere on Facebook, either your profile or your Facebook page or in a group, and make sure to see what gets generated when you drop that image, and make sure it's correct. It's something that makes sense, because if you've never edited the settings for that wherever you're creating your membership, you may not like what you see. All right, it might be some generic photo, and you want to definitely change that. So you definitely want to make sure there's an image. It's the image that makes sense, that's relevant to your membership, that's going to grab the attention of your ideal client. It's a good title. In this case, we are using dog trainers as an example, but obviously you could apply to any kind of training or program online. whether it's fitness training, nutrition, horse training, personal development, business. I mean, you name it, pretty much. Cooking courses. There's someone, I think, that launched a membership on teaching people how to do dent removal from cars, like when cars get dinged by a door on the doors, by other doors and stuff like that. So really any kind of training. But yeah, you do want that headline or that title and then the description. Okay. And the next thing is the post copy. We're going to go through that in a sec. So let's see. Hold on. Yes, I'm going to go right through this. So the preview post image, this is the size we recommend for this image is 1200 by 630. So if you are watching this and you are building this, you might want to screenshot this, or if you're watching the replay, you could pause it. Make sure it's branded. It makes sense. Like obviously, it's dog training. These examples are dog training, so that image makes sense for someone walking a dog and training a dog. And the image itself, you don't want to use a lot of text, because if you do use a lot of text and in the future you want to use it as an ad, you're going to have a little bit of a hard time running it as an ad. So we do recommend that image does not have a lot of text, because Facebook will reject it if you let her want to boost it or run it as an ad. And also relatable to the market. Obviously, if you're fitness training, it's going to be a photo that's relevant. That's going to say, hey, that's probably talking about fitness training. I'm interested. I want to read more. So that's the image right there. There's a lot of sites online. I didn't mention this. Maybe I should add these, but that have free royalty-free images, so you don't get in trouble. There's Pexels online that's pretty popular. There's a few more out there that provide, but a quick little Google search of royalty-free images, you should be fine, which is where these were pulled, actually. And that's another example of another image that you can, if you don't want to just straight up have a photo, you could format something like this with a little bit of text, not too much text, and just conveying your message. So here's another example. The description, which is what goes down here, that could be about 135 characters. It's not a lot, but it's something just to give them a little taste of what they're about to go through if they do click on that image or that post. And the next, which is that's the title and description. And this is where you would edit that. If you are using 22 Social, this is where you would edit it. At the top of every app, there's a Facebook preview. And if you click on that, then you could upload a photo. You can change that, upload a photo change that image. You could change the title. You can change that description and go ahead and save it. So that's where that would be edited real quick, just so you know where that's at. In case you already have one built, make sure that's correct. The next part of this is a shared post description. So if you notice, this one didn't have, this particular example doesn't have any, but you can get really creative with this. So here's some examples of some posts that are shared that some other people have done. If you notice, there is a lot of text above that's not handled through 22 Social or any other platform. That's actually when you share the post, you can add a description just like you're sharing any other image. So make sure that's where you could have a lot of long text. I'm sorry. And really incentivize people to click through. So it's just some ideas for you there. The next thing we're going to go through is the gate content, which is it's really your sales page, media, and some access settings. So the first thing we're going to go through, it'll load up when someone clicks on that preview post. And for the copy itself, so just a few things to keep in mind. It's really, I like to break it down into really two parts. This is the first part, is really some text that explains the frustrations that you are addressing with your membership. What are they struggling with? What are the challenges that they're having? So they can say, yeah, you know what, I'm having these challenges. Sounds like it's something for me. And also what they desire, what they want to see happen. If you notice in this text, it says, if you want a better relationship with your dog, or feel like you're not connecting, or you're not connecting with your dog. This program is for you. So what do they desire? So I'm addressing both frustrations and desires in this text. I use that as an example. I mean, if you want to use this copy verbatim and just transform it into your own expertise or your own industry, you're more than welcome to. This is somewhat thought through, so it does follow those two. But those are the things. That's the first part of this. Also, results that they could be expecting, like what's the end result that you're going to promise me, and some social proof, a testimonial, and also a breakdown. This is important. I mean, I think this should be highlighted very, very clear. What's included? We call them perks sometimes. What are the components? What do I get if I sign up? So that's also very important to have as part of your sales page, is a list of, hey, you're going to get live Q&A session with the team. You're going to get tips, training. You're going to get access to the Facebook group. What do I get? What are the list of items that come with this, other than just the description of what it's going to feel like at the end, which is more of the results side. But that's also important for that copy on that sales page. And obviously your call to action, you got to tell them, hey, sign up. You could give them a monthly option. You can give them a yearly option, or both. If you don't ask them to take it to action, they're not going to do it. So definitely very key part of this. And if you do include a video, you could have a graphic, but if the audience is cold, or it's not as warm as it could be, I definitely include a video. And we're going to give an example of a video formula. The first thing is who this is for. This is usually how I tell people to create videos. Who this is for, like, hey, if you are a dog owner who just bought a puppy, that's your avatar, your ideal client. What's the pain point? What's your frustration? If you're having this frustration, if your dog's barking too much, what's the pain point? What's the challenge? And then and that normally should be done right away, real quick. It should be enough for people to say, yes, I should be watching this video, or no, this video is not for me. Because if it's not, then why waste their time, right? But you want people to feel, people who this is really for, your ideal client who has the challenges or pain points that you're addressing. You want to make sure they feel like they're in the right place and they're going to watch the rest of the video. Otherwise, you're going to lose their attention. So the next part is your story. And there's a few parts to the story that are important. The first part is relating to them. Where in time in your life, if you don't have a time in your life where you were and where they're at least maybe use an example of a client that you had in the past that's going through the same frustrations that they're going through. But if you have a personal story, before you started becoming a dog trainer, a fitness trainer, or a horse trainer, or a business coach, when did you have that pain point you talked about up here? When did you have that? And tell them that story about you having that same frustration. And then they also say, escalate the problem. Hey, the reason why I wanted to solve that pain point is because I knew XYZ could happen. It could really, really get bad because of this and that. So escalating, what's the worst that could have happened had I not solved the problem? And that's why I chose to solve it. And that transition, what did I do to solve it? And what happened? What led me to want to help other people with their dogs, or help other people with their fitness or their business, right? What's that transitional point where you went from, I'm having this frustration or pain that I was able to resolve. Now I'm helping others. How did that occur? And also credibility. What have you done? Maybe you've helped X amount of clients now. Maybe you have a short little story about the kind of results that you get for people, or the kind of programs that you've been running. And then the promise, right? What is it that they're going to get? What are you promising out of this membership that they're going to get if they sign up? And the expectation. It's important to be clear. If this is a beginner's course, to say, hey, this is a beginner's course to get you through the basics, so that they're not expecting that they're going to get every problem under the sun resolved. It's important to be clear. And also, so they know that, hey, they are going to get something out of this, right? Now, the next thing is the call to action, and say, hey, yeah, if you're ready to sign up, click the button below, kind of thing. I always include, especially if you're using 22 Social, hey, sign up using your Facebook account, because they will be doing that. And that's sort of part of our magic that allows us to really manage access to a group. So we use Facebook login for that. But that's essentially the formula for the video, for your story, that You can use. It's not the only formula, but it's one that's pretty popular and it's worked well. But if you want to search other outlines out there, I'm sure you can find more. But this is a simple one. I think most of you can follow, and it does have the story component. I think was pretty powerful. So really recommend it. The next part I want to go through is access settings, which is if you click on access settings right on the gate of 22 Social, you could set up payment options for your page. It could be a single payment, where if this is a membership, it's more likely a recurring payment. You could have a yearly or a monthly option. You could even do quarterly if it makes sense. But I would honestly stick to monthly and yearly. I wouldn't complicate it unless there's some strange reason why this makes sense. But or something else would make sense. But PayPal. If you're comfortable with PayPal, if you feel people were not going to be familiar with PayPal, we also have Stripe as an option, and it's pretty similar setup. You can do monthly and yearly as well. So those are the access settings that you want to set up. So that's pretty much it for this week. I try to get through it as quick as possible because I know everyone's busy. But next week we are going to go through the main content, some of the parts that we do recommend that you go through. But for now, I mean, as you might figure it out, especially if you're watching us for the first time, we're not a training company. We are a software company. So we're going to show you the system that we use to create all these sales pages and members areas, as well as really a number of different things you could do online. So we're going to do that. The reason we spend time training is because we figured, hey, the more we train you, the better you're going to do, the better your customers are going to do, the better we're going to do as well. So we want to create a win-win. But I'm going to go ahead and actually share a video with you about the really what the platform's about and why it may make sense for you. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. The free Facebook page, business page, it's pretty easy to set up and manage. You're actually not going to easily find a better marketing system online for free. And what we like about it is you can actually create custom apps that you can add to the fan page and link them like you see on the screen from the about section, a post, the button, and a bunch of other places as well. And what can that custom app do? It can actually protect your content and quick access in 3 ways. The first way is a free lead generation. That means that you could actually promise someone a free download, free video, webinar, or a registration or a contest or sweepstakes, a free membership, a number of different things for free to collect leads, which is what we're talking about here in terms of nurturing someone. So that would be the first way. It's just you're not charging for it, but you are collecting leads. The second way is a one-time payment. So if you're selling your online course, a one-on-one coaching package, a masterclass, a VIP coaching program of some sort, it could be a one-time fee. It could be $5 or it could be $5,000. Really, there's no limit on that. The other way, which is very popular, is a recurring payment or membership subscription, which could be either, there's a number of different types of membership. It could either be a low-cost membership, $10, $20, $30, or it could be your client signing up for $1,000 a month of coaching. I mean, there's a number of different ones. Or maybe your VIP coaching program or group coaching program that maybe is $500 a month. So there's a number of different options for recurring payments. But those are the main 3 ways you can restrict access to content using 22 Social, and to help you not only nurture leads, but also generate income online. This is how our system works. Every app comes with what we call a smart link. And when you share it on Facebook and other places, it'll automatically generate a preview image and text. And now you can change that in the settings. And when somebody clicks on that, they'll see what we call the gate or the sales or opt-in page. And that's where you're going to tell them, hey, what am I promising? Either a paid product or a free product for them to opt in and either just become a lead or actually pay for something. And when they click on that, we pull their Facebook profile and they can actually confirm their email and agree to the terms and say continue. If there is a payment involved, this is where they would be sent to either PayPal or ask for the credit card information if you chose Stripe as a payment option, or PayPal for that matter. So when they continue, what's great is now after they opted in and paid, if there was a payment option, they get access to what we call the main content or members area, and that's where you deliver on your promise. That's where you give them either that course or access to the membership or a number of different things that you may have promised to them in the sales or opt-in page. And what's cool is that you end up with a list of Facebook profiles and their name in email, which could be attached to an autoresponder. So if you do want to do email marketing, you could attach it to Aweber, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign. We have about 10 or 15, I think, that we connect with. So you could definitely do that very easily. You don't have to manually add them. They can be added automatically. But if you don't want to have one, that's fine. We do have a backend where you can check and download all the leads as well. If you are running a sweepstakes, we do have a choose winner button. So that's something people really, really enjoy. And for their sweepstakes, it makes everything easy. What's cool too is if there was a payment involved, we actually easily link to that payment profile on PayPal or Stripe to make it easy for you to manage. And that was the system. But one of the most popular features that people love about us is if you are using a Facebook group to either a free membership or a paid membership, we make it really easy to know who should or shouldn't have access to this. And that's because we have a Chrome extension we call Group Connect that you can install. And if what's cool about it is once you hit start, while you're inside a Facebook group in your computer, it'll actually color code names of people who are either requesting access or just posting content in the group, which makes it really, really easy to know who should be let in or who should be removed from the group. So that's where, I mean, there's people who use our system specifically for this feature because managing group access can be a real pain in the you know what. So that's Toin Social Connect. And ultimately, what I want to see happen for you is what happens to Will Irish, a friend of mine and one of our customers, is that you get constant notifications on your email every day of every new member that signs up or new client that signs up to pay you, and every time they renew their payment every month or every quarter or every year. And so we want you to have so many of these that you actually get bored of them and filter them out of your email, which I'm sure Will's doing that at this point because, yeah, they're exciting, but at the same time, you will have a lot of notifications on your email box. So we like for that to happen for you. But, we got to put in the work and get started. If you do want to join our free community, become what we call ourselves our dream builders, we do have monthly training. If you're watching live, then you're watching today at Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern. We do cutting edge strategies and training. Again, we're not a training company, but I've been in internet marketing for about 12 years now. And so if I want you to win, because if you win, then we win and your customer wins, everybody's happy. But if you do sign up, here's the perks for signing up. You do get an extended trial of the software that I just went over. So you can get a full 30-day trial of our software. You do get a blueprint crash course of the blueprint steps that I went through initially. So if you want to get a quick crash course, you can get that for free. And you also get access to our community, as well as a weekly sweepstakes of prices. So we are going to announce a winner in a bit. If you're ready to go for it, you could sign up at 22s.com/stream. It's free. And what's great is you'll be able to experience the same thing that your customers will be experiencing if you set up a free membership using our software. We also have a bundle, what we call a Dream Builder bundle, where we include two things. So if you're ready to really build it big and you're committing to this, you could actually sign up and get 1 year of our software, 1 year membership to our software, which allows you to install in up to 3 businesses or 3 fan pages, and also a Dream Builder blueprint course, a full-on course where we go into detail on every one of the blueprint steps. It's not just a crash course, it's a full-on course. And we bundle those together. And if you're interested in that, you can go to 22s.com/stream and register there, and we'll give you the best price that we have available today. So if you want to go check that out, that same link, 22s.com/stream, you can do that. Okay, so we're going to be announcing the winner. I think you guys can hear me, right?
So, yeah, I can hear you.
Good.
So today's winners is Simone Atkinson. Congratulations, you won the 22 Social Dream Builder bundle. Congratulations, Simone.
That's great. Awesome. And Simone, we went through, it's basically the same bundle we just went through a few seconds ago. So we're excited to see what you're going to create. I'm not sure what your expertise is, Simone, but we're going to find out soon. Go ahead and message our Facebook page or go to m.me/22social to claim the prize, and we'll go ahead and activate your account. So looking forward to hearing from you. And the rest of you, if you want to be one of the weekly winners, all you got to do is join our tribe, join our Dream Builders group, and become part of our tribe by going to 22s.com/dream. And also getting the rest of our perks. And with that, we conclude today's training. We're going to go ahead and continue next week. We're trying to keep these short, 15, 20 minutes. But today was a lot of material, so I went fast and we started late. But we'll see you next week, and we'll have edited versions of this in the next few weeks as well. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.